Hey guys, it is currently 8:08 in the morning on July 2nd, but we're going to go ahead and talk about June 27th through the 30th for this final work in progress video of June. You may hear a dog snoring in the background. She's awake, but she likes to do that specifically when I'm working or recording something. And from time to time you may hear another dog complain in the background because we have recently, very recently, only 2 or 3 days ago, put him on a diet to control how much dry food he takes in alongside the wet food, which has already been portioned correctly, but I never took into account the hard food until recently. So he's complaining in the background. He's quiet right now, but once he gets hungry again, he's gonna complain because he knows it's food time in an hour. But I'm gonna do my best to limit his complaining in this video, if nothing else. But the storing I can't help because she's right behind me. But I will get into all of this. June 27th was full of really intense TMJ pain, which, if this is your first video, that's my jaw. I have chronic TMJ. I've had it for years. It gets a little worse every year, and it gets a little more painful. It's still not great today. It hurts to talk. It hurts to sit up straight. It hurts to move around. It kind of hurts to do anything with it. But I've got stuff to do, so here we are. But on that day, it was pretty hard to focus, but I still did my best. I wrote 826 words in books and badges, and then did some Letters from Madman formatting stuff, messing with the margins, the QR code at the end for my book merge, my ISBN, put it into KDP, all of that stuff. I did some more task things on the computer, 600 there, but none of those were writing based. Headed to bed. When I woke up, I designed the normal font, Letters from Madman cover. This took a while, so I did no more writing or any more tasks. So for the 27th, I wrote a total of 826 words thanks to books and badges. On June 28th, I was having issues with my tablet again, so I turned it off to let it rest while I worked on some more tasks on my phone. The ones that don't require any typing are very easy to do on my phone, so I did 1,000 of those. And then I think I finally got my tablet working again, or maybe I was in here, I don't remember. I never really write down when I move in here. But either way, I wrote 436 words in Untitled Mystery Scenes, made some final changes to the Letter from a Madman normal font cover, formatted the Letters from Madman large font cover, headed to bed, woke up, did 21 more tasks. Those ones were word-based, so I wrote 416 words there. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I headed to bed, I formatted the Letters from a Madman large font book, the manuscript, and then after I woke up and after I did those tasks, I started formatting the large font cover. That's what my confusion was about. So on the 28th, I wrote 852 words between the tasks and Untitled Mysteries. On June 29th, I started with more tasks, 373 there. No writing in those though. But then I did 215 that were writing based, and that was 2,160 words. Finished designing the large font cover, did the title pages for both paperbacks, submitted the proof requests on KDP, wrote 340 words for website stuff, headed to bed, slept in, accidental, but I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm having a lot of trouble falling asleep, which also means I'm waking up constantly over and over and over again, so by the time I wake up, I'm exhausted, and then I lay back down, and then I fall asleep, and I stay there for many more hours than planned. But that's just how it is right now. But once I woke up, the proof requests had been approved, so I ordered them from Amazon to have them shipped here and all that fun stuff, and wrote 412 words in Untitled Mystery Scenes, and that brought my total for June 29th to 2,912 words. On June 30th, I did 64 tasks, which was, they were writing tasks, and that was 1,280 words. I wrote 1,306 words in books and badges. Around this time, I was working on, something. I don't remember what. Oh, I was doing the math to work out my dog's diet. And at that moment, the power company came out here and shut off the power without any warning so they could cut tree branches from near the power lines. So everything that I was doing on the computer, I lost. I lost any unsaved progress that I was working on outside of the other tab that I was actively on. I had stuff going on in the background. And that was out for 2 hours from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Full disclosure, I normally get ready for bed at 9:45, and then I go and lay down, and I'm supposed to be asleep by 10:30, roughly. That accounts for about half an hour to fall asleep. But I don't sleep without noise. Can't sleep without noise. And it was hot that day, so I also couldn't sleep in my room because there was no fan. So I had to stay awake until well after 11 o'clock, just so that way I could have my damn fan on, and so that way I could have noise so I could sleep. But during that time of no power, I wrote 360 words in a random Alice and Jake scene because I had it saved offline, and it's a book I haven't touched in months, so I knew that the version on my tablet was up to date, but every other book I didn't know if it was up to date on my tablet or my phone, and I didn't want to risk deleting anything. But after that I headed to bed, finally. When I woke up, I wrote 988 words for a blog post. Did 200 tasks, no writing on those ones. But together, those things brought my total for June 30th to 3,934 words, and my total for the entirety of June to 55,426 words written. So overall, I didn't meet my 60,000 goal for June. But given everything, I came much closer than I expected to by the end of it. Because there was a point in time where I figured I might be lucky to get to 30,000 words. And there was a time where I thought I might be lucky to get to like 25,000. Because, like I said in one of the last videos, it might have been the last video, I don't remember. I had one of the worst pain weeks that I've had in months, and it was very hard to pull my focus to writing and to pull my focus to Letters from Madman and editing and formatting and designing and anything other than how much pain I was in. And it eats away at you. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a ton of your energy. My thyroid is constantly sucking energy out of me every couple days, so when it's not my pain, it's my thyroid. And it's very hard to do much of anything some days, but I do my best to push through, I do my best to persevere, I do my best to accomplish something that makes me feel like my day wasn't held back by an invisible illness, because I don't want my pain to ever be something that holds me back. That's actually one of my bigger fears. I think I've talked about that before. One of my biggest fears is that someday my pain will get so bad that I won't be able to type anymore, and that scares the hell out of me. So letting the really, really bad days force me not to do anything is something that I do my best not to ever do, because that's surrendering to the fact that, yeah, it can force me not to write. And I think if other people are in pain, and if they can't write that day, that is absolutely okay. What someone else does is perfectly fine if that is what works for them. But for me, as it stands at this very moment, because of a personal fear sort of thing, and the need for consistency, at least one consistent thing from day to day, I need the daily writing, even when it hurts. But with June, I initially set my goal for 60,000. That's the goal that I set it every month this year, just as an estimate for what I might be capable of, which is a decrease from where I used to be, but that's okay. But I came close. I was a little under 5,000 short, which I'm proud of, impressed by. It was mostly thanks to the tasks that I do on the freelance side of things, because they involve writing on the side and whatnot. But I'm still happy with the progress I made. I accomplished a lot of tasks in the last week or so. I've accomplished a lot in my writing. I've finally made some final decisions on the Bo Austin Taylor stuff, and you guys will find out about those in both the July Camp Nano and the July Work in Progress videos. But I'm happy with what happened in June, even if I was in pain for a lot of it. But I made a lot of progress, and that's all that matters for me right now. But that is all that I have for this particular video. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload rough every Friday, or anything new on the channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.